Hi, I'm Cassie from Me Time. This is a mini tutorial for the candy shop from the Collectible Christmas Holiday Village. The candy shop is month 2 in the Collectible Christmas Holiday Village subscription. If you have any questions about how to put your house together, we'd like to refer you to our tutorial on the church, and that will be linked below. There are a few differences, however, that I want to go over with you today, and that is the leather sign, which is stitched separately from the house, and about how to press your seams with the vinyl window. So let's get started with making our leather sign. To start off, we're going to hoop some sticky back stabilizer, and we've already torn away the paper, so it's ready to go into our embroidery machine. There's a few other things we need to do to make sure that we're ready to stitch out this leather sign. The first thing we're going to do is slow down our machine. This helps us stitch on our leather better. We're just going to take it down a little bit and we'll be good to go. We don't have a specific speed for you to slow your machine down because every machine is a little bit different on how that works, and it also depends how comfortable you are stitching on leather. The next thing we're going to do is change out our needle to a 70-10 needle. That's what we recommend when stitching on embroidery leather. We're going to simply loosen the screw and switch out that needle. Machine step 1 is to stitch the placement line. We're going to do that right now. All right, this is a 4x4 design. I have done it, however, in a 5x7 hoop so that we can see it very clearly. After we do our placement line, we're going to take our leather and we're going to put it over that placement line, completely covering the stitches. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of wash away topping and we're going to place that over the top. And since it's sticky back, we can just seal it all the way around with our finger and make sure that it's nice and taut. And if you'd like, you can also use a second piece of wash away topping. This can help keep your stitches up above the leather even a little bit better. And this I cut just a smidgen bigger so that I can also make it stick down and I don't have to tape. Now that our leather is all prepped with our wash away topping, we're going to change our bobbin so that it matches our top thread. Now we're ready to do the tack down line, which is also the decorative stitch. Okay, the next step is to stitch the words candy shop. This is in a different color, so we are going to again change the bobbin thread to match our top thread. Now that both our top and our bottom threads match, we're ready to stitch the candy shop words. And that's it as far as the embroidery goes. Now we're going to trim it and have it prepped to go on our candy shop. There are a couple of jump stitches. We're going to trim those out first. Okay. So we're just going to use our Kimberbell scissors and our tweezers to take care of all those little jump stitch threads. These are available in the Me Time shop. The next part, we're going to take it out of the hoop and trim it up. We're going to use some big scissors first so that we can get the bulk of the stabilizer and topping out of our way. This just is going to make it easier for us to trim it so it's all cute and ready to go on our shop. I'm going to use them to do the big straight lines, and then I'm going to use some of our scissors to do the decorative edges. We're going to stay close to the stitches, but not get anywhere near them so that we have a nice edge. There we go. Now I'm going to switch scissors to these ones because I need to be able to get into these decorative corners. We're just going to kind of do a little bit of a scallop shape but you can really cut it and trim it any way that you would like for your own candy shop. And I like these scissors because I can do finer details like this. Okay, it's all trimmed. And now what we need to do is take it to the sink and wash away this topping and then let it dry. I have washed away the wash away topping, and so this is a little bit damp. We're gonna set it aside so that it can dry, and we're going to look at the rest of the house. In the tutorial of the village church, I show you how to turn the building. We're gonna do that again, and then we're going to also show you how to press your seams with that vinyl window. First, we're gonna give the house a little bit of a pop so that we have room to work with. And then we're gonna pick a peak, or we're gonna take it and push that peak all the way through as far as it will go. And then we're going to take the other side and have it follow along and just pop the house. Pretty simple. You'll notice that your house is round and in need of pressing. We're going to press each of these sides, especially paying attention to this vinyl here. We're going to use a pressing cloth. So we're going to take the side and we're going to press it nice and flat and try and line up all of our edges so that it will end up the way we want it. We're going to take our favorite starch and lightly starch the sides. And then we're going to use our iron to press that flat. Because this is one of the corners not by the vinyl window, we don't necessarily have to use a pressing cloth, but you're welcome to. All right, and also from turning, you'll see there's a little bit of buckling going on. We're gonna also take our iron and just give that a press to help smooth it out. And then we're ready to do our next corner. And it's gonna be the exact same process. We're gonna line up our edges, making sure our corner is how we want it. Use our favorite starch, give it a little spritz, take our iron and give it a nice press. This is going to help our building appear nice and flat and straight. Then we're going to keep moving around our building, making sure we get all of the corners. And again, if you see any rippling, it's all right. So make sure that you give it a nice little press along the walls of the buildings. All right, when we get to this corner though, we'll notice that we have vinyl and we don't want to melt that vinyl. So we want to make sure that we use a pressing cloth, especially on this corner. So we're going to do the same process, however. We're going to lightly spritz our edge, and we're going to take our pressing cloth and we're going to use it on both sides to make sure that we protect that vinyl. We're going to flip it, make sure that that's well covered, and do it again. We're going to try and avoid the vinyl as much as we can, but we're going to make sure that it's protected if our iron does hit that. Okay, and if you look, all of a sudden, our house is nice and flat and not all rounded anymore. We recommend at this point to glue your sign on the outside of your building. It's easier before you put on the roof so that you can hold it on both sides. So we're going to just take our sign, we're going to put our favorite glue on the back. Just a nice strip of glue will do. Then we're going to center it, make sure it's lined up right where we want it. And then we're going to hold and press it in place with our fingers. We're going to make sure that we hold it until the glue is sufficiently dry. At this point, all you need to do is attach your roof to finish out the candy shop. For information on how to attach a roof, see our other tutorials. Thank you so much for joining me today for this mini tutorial about the candy shop. For more tutorials, see our YouTube channel, our Facebook, and our Instagram, as well as check out metimedelivered.com. Now go enjoy some well-deserved me time.